Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's flea market haul day. I am actually stopping like in the middle of another video that I had to pause and then come back to, and I was gonna record the rest of it, and I was like, no, I need to do the haul video. So that's what we're doing. So I went to the flea markets around me a couple days ago, specifically looking for what you see here, rusty stuff, because I want to do some rust dyeing. And so having metal that will rust or is rusted is helpful. This, I'm not entirely sure yet how it's going to behave, but at a minimum, it should make an interesting pattern if it's weighted down on dyed papers. So it came along for the ride, because who doesn't love a butterfly? And then it's largely, yeah, these door handles. Like, look at this wonderful door hinge thing. So cool. And this little pull is gonna, you know, hopefully make like a little flower. And this one, oh, I forgot to take his tag off. Been removing the tags so that when I'm ready to start the rust dyeing, it's one less thing I gotta do. I do not enjoy that the person selling these put the green sticky tags on. Like, why? Ugh. Luckily I have fingernails. Pretty sure that that's what they're for. I am the official fingernail user of the household. My husband bites his. He's always had that habit, so he never has fingernails or thumbnails for anything. So anytime you just think about that, like the next time you open a package of some kind, if you use one of your nails to get a little bit of leverage or get under an edge or something, I do that around our house. But I love this, and I'm really excited to see what I get out of it. And then these little rusty trivets, so good. This was a rusty old hook I found on the side of the road. That's actually what precipitated the whole idea, because I was doing some tea and coffee dyed papers, and I plopped this down onto some of the wet paper, and it immediately started making really cool colored marks, and I was like, it's time. And then look how rusty this skillet is. I mean, it's just so good. It's like the perfect thing to hold the rusty bits and hold tiny pieces of paper, or just generate some rusty water. I don't even know. I also got, these are junk bits that I will use inevitably. I also got this muffin tin, not for rustiness, wholly because I'm being a copycat, and I keep seeing Tim Holtz and some other creatives load up little muffin tins full of like bits and ephemera and whatnot and use them, and it's a mini muffin tin, and I love everything mini, so it came home with me because it was not expensive, and I was in the mood for it. This is just packaging. I'll pop you right there. We'll pop you over there. Just getting stuff out of the way. And then before the books, I know you can spy those in the corner, I also wanted to show this. This is it was like hiding. There's this little booth where they have a little section that they always put old tins, and I've been really into tins lately, but I'm making myself be really picky about them, so it has to be like, other than the Christmas tins, which I was buying largely to be able to put journals in, so I was looking for ones I liked that would do well to hold a journal. But any other tin I buy, it has to like really speak to me, because otherwise have a mountain of tins in my house. This spoke to me. I think it's actually been there a while. It was behind stuff that I wasn't interested in and hadn't moved. And I think it was like high up. And so a lot of times I'm like already carrying stuff and I don't want to have to move it around. And I think it's been there a while. It's not super valuable. I finally found one of these. I think it's for sale on a Dutch website for like 30 euro, maybe, if I'm thinking about it correctly. But I wasn't really looking for that. I just wanted to, I was like, there's a story here. This is, I want to know more about this item. And as far as I can tell, that's the only other one I've been able to find is the one I saw for sale. So, you know, I think it might be like rare to have these kicking around. This is a Belgian cookie tin, and this is a photograph of Princess Astrid. Like, how cool. And it's wonderfully dingy inside. I don't know, maybe I can use it to rust dye stuff. It's not in good condition. Hey, there's dents and dings and it's warped funny, and I love it. It just makes me happy. So that was a little, I paid $10 for it. I could not be happier with the purchase. Here, I'm actually going to do these books in this order. And then there's a couple of booths that I go to and I sort of poke around regularly because they carry a lot of vintage books. And kind of like the tins, I'm having to be more and more picky about which books I pick up, because I would build an entire house of books and tins if I'm not super picky. And I already have more than enough book pages and book paper, so I really can't justify book purchases unless it's something very unique or specific or what have you. I love this, a woodland party. And the cover's just interesting. It's just this like, I don't know, jolly king maybe with children. Is he the Pied Piper? I don't think so. No, he's holding her hand. She's very young. Anyway, I just look at all of that beautiful foxing. It was $3. It's a big glossy paper, which I don't love, but everything else about it is wonderful. The discoloration of literally every single page. Oh, Mother Goose, that's what this is. The illustrations, the text, like, I can just imagine making some really cool bits, journal pieces and whatnot from this. So I couldn't pass it up, again, especially for $3. Like, it's just, and then we have some writing back here, who, yeah, received February 28th, 1932. So almost 100 years ago. I just, yeah, I love it. So this was really cool. This, however, this is the bit that made me like feel overwhelmed with joy. First of all, I saw it from the side. It reminded me, it's a very similar size and shape to those composition notebooks. The black and white ones, you might be familiar, especially my US folk who had to use them in school. So I just was intrigued by that alone. I saw the cover and it's like so distressed and grungy, but it's really cool. Like I like the lines in the artwork and everything, and it's just peeling away. It just, This is Monteith's Manual of Geography. Look at that. Also $3 somehow. It's just, whoa. I mean, look at this. Entered according to Act of Congress in the year 1868 by James Monteith in the clerk's office of the District Court of the United States for the Southern District of New York. 1868. It's geography and where is it? Combined with history and astronomy. It's a textbook about geography from 1868. I mean, what? It's so delicious and good. And again, with the illustrations, and it's all marked up. It's all grungy. I am obsessed. I could not be happier. Yeah, so this was just so special. Now, there's one other item. You don't see it here. I'm going to have to pause and go get it, because after that great luck, in the final store that I was visiting, I passed by a box of ribbons and trim, and it was huge. And I assumed that it had a bunch of individually marked ribbons and trim. And I saw one I liked, so I picked it up and tried to find the price. And I couldn't find a price. So I saw another one I liked, and I picked it up and tried to find the price. And I couldn't find the price. And then I saw a tag dangling off of the box and realized that it was being sold as an entire box for $10. So it came home with me. I have to move the stuff out of my way here so I can come bring in the box and show you the size and scale of what we're dealing with here. And then we are going to unbox it together. And I can't wait. So please hold while I retrieve the final goodie. Okay, I'm briefly zoomed out. There's a bit of my lamp thing in the way because of the zoom. I will adjust it again in a moment, but that was the only way that I could get the whole box in the shot. It's so huge. I cannot believe it. So I'm going to return to normal. There we go. And I'm going to move this box to the floor so I can pull things up individually. All right, let's begin. I mean, I saw stuff that was on the top of the box, so I have a good sense of what's in there generally. But the specifics, we're going to learn together. Already love this trim. There's all of these old ribbons that someone has obviously been collecting. You know, some of them are not really my favorite thing, like, but a lot of it's just nice, yeah, nice ribbon, that I can use for journal closures and, decorations. And, oh, this little velvet green piece makes my heart happy. This is some, like, handmade ribbon, handmade tie of some sort. I really love this little, is this a braided like rope? Can I pull the individual fibers out? I don't even know. I like it. I'm gonna examine that closer in the future. I'm popping things back in the bag just because there's gonna be so much, and I'm not gonna make you sit here with me while I like individually, neatly fold things up and figure out where I'm even gonna store it. So look at that. Another handmade tie. I love that. Oh, it's just too good. It's just too exciting. This is a stretchy headband. Cool. Not as excited about the stretchy headband, but you know, it's what happens when you get a random box of stuff. You get a random box of stuff. Ooh, this is soft. It's red. I think it's like a waist. Some of these seem like waistband ties maybe that came out. Ooh, I like this one. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like that. It's got these like little flowers and it's aged and lovely, and here's some weird yarn. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that really like not tightly spun or woven or braided. I don't really know. It's very loose and floofy. Love this. That's like a shoelace maybe. I mean, we've got a little clothespin in there. This lacy black stuff. Who knows what that is? This frilly lacy black stuff that is rubber banded together. I mean, so this is just a bag-o trim. Bag-o ribbon. Okay. My floor is about to get full of stuff because I don't have a good place for any of this. We'll do this one next. Pretty easy to see most of what's in here. There's some, like, of that sort of not good feeling crunchy acrylic nylon needlecraft yarn, it says. Ideal for plastic, woven, and knitted canvas. Not stuff that I would normally use. Who knows? Some really nice pearl embroidery thread. More of the scary yarn stuff. This ruler that has like rope, nylon rope wrapped around it. Cool. Old elastic. I can live without old elastic. Ribbon. This like old salmon color ribbon, I sort of love. Like, it's kind of dingy, but I'm here for it anyway. Green. These little mint green and heart ribbons. Originally 88 cents at Walmart. Ribbon. Sound like a frog. Ribbit. This Peace on Earth, like, foil ribbon that we can put in the Christmas craft section as we put things away. I really like this floral ribbon. Like, not something I would go out of my way to purchase. Ooh, not a fan of the camo. But I can imagine using that floral ribbon to do some interesting things. So let's put away our ribbon. Sorry, I just, now that I've heard the ribbit, I can't unhear it. So I will try not to frog at you, but it is taking some willpower. And then this is in a bin that I can repurpose after it gets washed. So handy. All right, next up.
Yeah.
If you heard that noise, I don't know if you could hear, Sassy makes this sort of goblin running noise when she's darting around and playing. Ooh. So this shoebox is full of some nice stuff. Not as huge a fan of the pinks. These little, although I like this color a lot. I love a salmon kind of a color. This ribbon is nice. We have some bias tape here, always handy to have. Gold trims. This lovely pink, that is nice. I like this white and gold. And it's never been used. It's the whole spool. I like this green one that is taking over the entire box. I mean, I admire its confidence. It is here. It wants to be noticed. It's ready to party. And it's ready to get out of its spool. Shake loose its bindings and do something. Okay, a little too poetic about the ribbon there. I mean, but yeah, and then we have the green here in the red, same stuff. Is this an empty spool? No. Yeah, empty spool, cool. I mean, these spools would be interesting to find a project to use them up. I have no idea what that will be yet, but that seems like we have so many of them now. It feels like something I gotta do. This little like glass, plastic bead stuff that is stuck to its spool for some reason. Oh, also kind of like it. Not sure how I'll use it. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty good stuff. So shoebox full of more ribbon. What is in this bag, I wonder? I think it's coasters. I see something that says coasters, and they remind me, if you saw, there was a Christmas haul video I did, a flea market around Christmas time, I think right after, where I found some really cool, like, paper coasters. No, ma'am, do not get into butts. Anyway, they looked like the same kind of coaster, yes. So these are like cardboard. They're really cool. These are almost exactly the Christmas coasters I got, or close. They were in a tin, and if not the exact like design, it was definitely the same type of coaster, where it's like almost a napkin on some backing. They're going to be fun to use. I like this is non-Christmassy version. Very cute. Will definitely use. A collection of holiday classics. Classic what's, I wonder. In a little fuzzy bag. Oh, it's an ornament. It's a Christmas ornament. Not what I expected to find in this box. Especially since it's not a coaster. And this bag seems to be full primarily of coasters. Very strange. Okay. Knott's Berry Farm cork-backed coaster. So I could use it this way around, but I could also use it this way around and like pin stuff in it. That would be cool. And Wild Rose coasters packaging, possibly for some of those paper ones. And honestly, I like the packaging. I love this old masking tape. Sassy, can I have this bag back just to keep things contained? No? Is that your bag now? Okay. That's your bag now. I don't know how much of her is in frame, but yeah. She's very excited about this bag. Grab a couple of things out that I'm going to leave in their packaging. So this is some lace. Whole bag, 4 yards of this nice lace. I mean, it's not like high-end handcrafted antique lace, but like it'll still work in a cluster, in a journal, doing goodness knows what. And I really like this colorful one. I think this is one of the ones I picked up and I was like, how much is this lace? So 4 yards for $1 once upon a time. Definitely not $1 these days. Where are you going, Sassy? You gonna jump? Okay. Now I have my bag back. I can take the coasters that I put off out of the shot and put them back in. I just have to keep this stuff contained as much as possible because there's so much. This was actually the lace I picked up. I remember now. It's this lovely, like, multicolored flower. And, I mean, it all depends on the execution, right? If you lined a little girl's dress with this, it's like the frilliest, prettiest, girliest stuff. But it could also be added to a semi-grungy, like, floral journal. So, anyway, love it. Not a fan of this color green, but it would work in a Christmas journal. The other thing is I was already about to try and, well, not try. I was about to go ahead and make a snippet roll or two. And these laces and trims will be absolutely perfect for those snippet rolls. So, all right, here's another bag o' stuff. I'm going to dump it out and then put it back in like I did the last one. So some fairly basic, sturdy ribbon. Not exciting, but often useful. More old elastic. My favorite. You shouldn't have. Pink ribbon. Ooh, this bag smells like a little musty and dusty. That's okay. This light baby aqua lace, kind of nice. This is the kind of stuff that I love, and I bet will dye very nicely, maybe with some of my rusty dyeing. This is some of the ribbon we saw on a spool in one of those boxes. More Christmassy ribbon. This interesting, like, dusty rose. I wanted to get a closer look at this. Ooh, I like this. It is a weird material. It feels very synthetic. But I like it. I'm not sure why. What about it is calling to me, but something was. I'm trying to separate this blue stuff from the not blue stuff. Blue-gray lace. Is it like an edge trim of some kind? Ooh, that's interesting. I bet that would make interesting marks on the gel plate. That's the other thing. You ever get some of this stuff and you're like, oh, I hate this color, but the lace pattern is nice. Like, use it as a stencil. Use it as a mark making tool on a jelly plate if you have one. There's so much you can do without using it the way you initially expect to use lace or ribbon. Oh, just a moment. Sassy, you are very destructive today. Very destructive. Knocking stuff around. Oh, no. That is not a toy. Not a toy. Okay. Cats and crinkly things and dangly things. What could go wrong? I really like this lace, by the way. I meant to say it and then I got distracted. Okay. This is one of those things. I know you're going to understand. Well, some of you at least. I do not like this nylon cord, but I do love the receipt and pin that are packaging it. So yeah, that's actually kind of awesome. All right. I almost poked myself with that pin, but I didn't. This bag is like an old Ziploc bag that is hard to zip lock, but we did it. If you're getting bored, I'm sorry, but there's a lot left. I don't feel the need to open this one. I can see most of it, and it is not the most exciting bag. I do kind of like this green and wine Like that'll work in a Christmas journal. Yeah, not completely unusable, but definitely not my favorite part of the box. More bias tape. This is exactly what I was just talking about. I do not enjoy this color of pink, but this would be really cool on a gel plate print. I'm going to pull this out because while I don't love the pink lace all that much, it came wrapped around an old piece of newspaper comic strip. That I'm interested in. So, score, because I still can use this lace. I will use some of it probably in its pinky gloriousness. I'm not entirely against that. It's just not something I would reach for all that often. So, oh, I used to love U.S. Acres. There was a cartoon, Garfield and Friends, and I would watch. I mean, I just loved it. It was Garfield cartoons and these U.S. Acres people, and oh, it was one of my favorite cartoons to watch in the morning. We got Kathy. I'm trying to see if I can find somewhere, find a date. I actually don't see one. This is the Arkansas Democrat. Oh, there we go. Sunday, April 19th, 1987. My brain is still trying to process the whole 1980s is like a long time ago thing, because I'm an 80s baby and that feels wrong to me. Oh, I see. It's coming out. So it's like a 2-layer lace and some of it's coming out of its layer. That's okay. We'll keep it, and then it's wrapped around some packaging, which of course I will preserve as much of as possible and use, and it will be cool, and that's exciting. And then more Christmassy trim. It looks like Santa's sleigh being pulled by a green reindeer. Cool. I don't see Santa in it. I saw presents. Oh my goodness. If you're bored, I'm sorry. We're not done at all. Blue lace. Green tiered laces. This really wide white lace. This other white tiered lace. Yeah. Cool. I'm running out of things to say about 80s laces, but I'm very happy for this. It was clearly part of a sheet or a pillowcase at one time. It's hand embroidered and it's just delightful. Every bit of it. The old grungy material, the embroidery. What did you steal? What did you steal? What did you steal, ma'am? I still can't find what she stole, but I heard it. Get off my chair. Off my chair, cutie pie. Well, oh well. Okay. At this point, I would say we're about halfway through. Gentle reminder, friends, that this box was $10. Okay, so this bias tape got all unravelly. Sassy, are you gonna eat that zipper? Is that your zipper? Okay. Is that, oh no, don't eat that pink lace. I like that pink lace. You can have the zipper. I have a lot of zippers and I don't use them very often anymore. Okay. Like, what is this? Oh, it's pieces of ribbon that have been sewed together to create this design. Fascinating. Hobby Lobby bag with, whoa, fringe. We have fringe, guys. No, ma'am, that is also not a cat toy. Those are that's my art trash. Okay, love this. Love the packaging. This receipt, I mean. Love it. Did not know that was coming. I love this dingy old piece of fabric. More lace, more ribbon. Ooh, I like that. That'll be fun to do something with. Piece of linen, like maybe another pillowcase or sheet or something. Lace, red lace. This is the lace I told Sassy not to eat because it's bright pink and I like it. I like that kind of a pink. The other pink, not so much, like a baby pink or a Barbie pink, but like a hot pink, magenta kind of color, here for. More old elastic. Huzzah. Boom, boom, boom. It's just a lot of loose stuff now, so I'm grabbing like handfuls to bring up here to look at. More laces wrapped around a card. Sassy, why are she is feeling some kind of way this morning. Oh, this lace, or not lace, this, yeah, trim is so ugly. I love it so much. I love gaudy 80s stuff. Again, I'm an 80s baby, so it works for me. Like, it's nostalgic in its terribleness. I will use that. This is a weird lace trim thing. This is weird. There it is. It's like a flat, oh, it's zipper. I think it's zipper. You can get it loose. That's kind of what it looks like, is the teeth. Ah, huh. Cool. Like, it doesn't feel as zippery, but it looks very zippery. This harvested velvet ribbon has seen better days, but I do love the, like, grungy velvet itself quite a lot. Baby blue lace, yay. Zippers. Something in a bag with old cello tape. Can I rescue that cello tape? Maybe. It looks like some sort of collar that you can, yeah. Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. Fascinating. Okay, I'm not going to try and put it back in this. I hesitate to even call it a bag. Packaging. This is two different types of yellow ribbon. More bias trim, but it's aged. And it's really cool. Like, I don't like that color yellow. I don't like many yellows. Not a yellow person. Old elastic. You shouldn't have. But I like how aged and grungy that yellow is, so I would work with it. I've reached the point in the box where, like, I'm getting scared of what I might find in the bottom of the box. Like, does something live in there? Should I have left it in the garage or the kitchen and gone through it? Who's to say? This will be great in, let's say it with me now, a Christmas journal. Because I don't like red that much. I'm not a red girly, and I'm not a yellow girly. Ugh, no, thank you. But red, I will happily accept at Christmas. Especially in, like, over Christmas green, which is essentially usually this color of green. Not my favorite green, and I love green. I'll take green in almost any form. But by itself, one of my least favorite greens. And at Christmas, usually I prefer the red to this green. So that is how we know it is not my favorite. Old elastic. Bias hem facing. Very orange lace. Interesting. Old packaging. Yum. I can't wait to take those apart and steal the packaging. What, did you think we were done? We will never be done. Wire. Quite a bit of wire. Wasn't expecting that. It's got a little Michael's tag on it. 98 cents maybe? Okay. I'm sure I can find a use for it. This ratty old zipper is my favorite zipper so far because it's ratty. And if you haven't guessed by now and you're new to the channel, I like grungy, old, ratty stuff. See, Christmas green, if it's this green, I like. It's sort of like evergreen kind of a color as opposed to that emeraldy kind of a color. Lace, 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 and they're literally stuck together. We won't ask why. I'm just going to say that the packaging is deteriorating and fusing. That's fun. Old elastic. Woo. I don't know if you can hear the wind. We are due for a winter storm as I am recording this. It's going to come this evening, and it is treating us to some advanced stuff. Wind and cloudiness and stuff. I can see enough of the bottom of the box now that I can tell you that it's going to eventually be over. Yes. Okay. This polka dot is interesting. Zippers. Yes, that also looks like zipper. Ooh. I like everything about this lace or embroidered cloth. Oh, that's nice. That was a treat. What? This is definitely cording. Maybe that's what those are, not zippers, but like essentially some piping you can put around edges of things. All right. See, now stuff is staying in shot because I'm both running out of a good place to put it and nearing the end. I keep forgetting this black piece of lace. And this is a black piece of lace. And this is a disturbing bunch of tatty yellow something that I bet I can dye and make fun. Laciness, I like that. Oh, more of the gold weirdness. Nice. Oh. Sassy's back on her printer. That's where she likes to hang out, is on my laser printer. She just sprinted back up there. I think she likes it because she's fairly close to me when I'm working here at this table. And she can see most of the room. I like this a lot. And it's wrapped around some webbing, but I can't seem to pull it out. You get the idea. rickrack, silver and like off-white rickrack. More stuff that's stuck together. A hair clip. More of that tatty fabric, but in blue. Aqua. Another tatty zipper. I enjoy the tatty zippers, guys. Maybe I need to make some journals where I use zippers as closures. That could be really fun. Hey, tatty fabric, yay. Zipper. Ooh, I like this green lace. It's all dark and moody. No. I like this black and white more than the polka dot. Zippers. We're almost there. I'm at the bottom, and I am trying to pick up the rest of what's down here. In one go. Yep, I did it. Final. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gummy fangs that have melted. Cool. Old elastic. Grungy trim. Black tassel. Love the little black tassels. More of that nylon yarn stuff I hate. Yeah, that's exactly, this is piping. That's what those are. I feel better now that I've identified it. I think this was, no, I was going to say elastic, but it's not. It's like really stiff canvas webbing. And it's pink here, but not anywhere else. So something stained it. Old elastic. Bias tape. Piping. Maxi piping. See? Finally. That one. Labeled. Instead of just flat lace / trim. All right. That was my $10 box. There's more than $10 worth of stuff in here that I can use for arts and journals and who knows what else. I will have to go back through the box again to take things out of packages and start to organize it. I will not make you sit with me on camera while I do it. Let me know what you think of this haul, specifically of the box of stuff. I don't know, maybe the things I didn't like, if you would like them, maybe we do some sort of trade. I'll mail you mine, you mail me yours. We'll see. Oh, I missed this in all of the hoopla, but this is weird fabric that I don't like or dislike. I don't feel any kind of way about it. I kind of think I'll probably use it. And it'll just depend on how. Anyway, I really want to know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more of this stuff or, you know, art journaling, junk journaling, painting kind of stuff with me and my girl Sassy, then I suggest you subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notified every time I have a new video out. Thank you for joining me.